Modern technology is a beautiful dream, but it also easily becomes a nightmare of human society. The Black Mirror series sets up a series of different futures, dark, but possible futures if people accidentally let technology control and shape their lives. Never has that theme been more cleanly presented, better articulated, or devastatingly realized than it is in Be Right Back, the Season 2's opening episode. Here we will reveal the details of the movie. If you haven't seen Be Right Back, please enjoy the movie now. And if you have seen this movie, or are not interested in the spoiler, let's explore the movie with us right now. Be Right Back opens by showing viewers the main character, named Ash, with his bad habit, being too obsessed with social media. He is online anytime, anywhere, to the point that just because he uses the phone, Martha, his wife, knocked on the door for a long time, he cannot hear. Or when she deliberately asked, "We only have one bowl, please eat with shoes," he also agreed to take the rule. It seems that the movie will turn in the direction that Ash will be in trouble because of social networks, or lose family's happiness. But the director and screenwriter did not do that. After a traffic accident, Ash dies, leaving Martha with a broken heart. During the funeral, an acquaintance of hers, Sarah, seeing her suffering too much, she introduced Martha to an application. The way this application works is to collect their interactions on social networks, such as how they post their posts, comments, posts, and videos, in order to create a simulated version of them. That way, the person staying will have the opportunity to talk to the deceased with the closest version. Thinking that Sarah is insulting the deceased, she fiercely rejects it, even goes mad and kicks Sarah out. However, Sarah still refuses to give up and sends it to Martha's mail. At first, Martha ignored the email and told herself that she would be strong through it. But when she found out she was pregnant, she completely collapsed and became extremely confused. Can't contact anyone for advice, can't talk to anyone. In a stalemate, she remembered Martha's mail and decided to open it. Martha was bursting with happiness when the other version of the simulation was 100% like Ash, from the way he replied to messages, the semicolons to the pranks he used to use. She and the simulated version text and email back and forth every day, but humans never know enough. As the pregnancy grew, she also felt more and more inconvenient. Therefore, she was suggested by the application to change to another form. It was an upgraded version, verbal communication over the phone. Authorized by Martha, the application accesses every video, every voicemail to simulate Ash's voice. Since then, she talks to him every day, and seems to become a completely different person. Always use the phone 24/7, things she used to hate doing, stay away from necessary relationships, and don't pick up her sister's phone call. Everything looked fine until she accidentally dropped her phone, and it shattered. Realizing how fragile he was, and how fragilely she could lose him once again, frightened her. Grasping that mentality, the application made a suggestion that could not be more attractive. An expensive robot model that simulates a person, a real body. Overcoming the initial surprise about a body that is him, but not Ash, she gradually learned to accept and extremely happy with this choice. She had someone to be with, to cuddle to comfort her, and she was completely satisfied with that. But that joy does not last forever, when human psychology is something that we cannot program, much less can emulate. The longer she lived with Android Ash, the more she realized something was wrong. From the fact that he does not sleep, does not need to close his eyes, nor does he need to breathe. Of course, he is originally a robot. Until more profound problems is the way he behaves in life, or the way he protests when two people quarrel. Martha was stuck between an empty copy with nothing but a body, and on the other, Ash, who had lost but all the memories of him. She was forced to choose between living with Android Ash and pretending everything was fine, or accepted the fact that she lost him forever, and let Android Ash leave. What happened to Android Ash? Despite being given everything, Martha has been taught a lot about how Ash will react to real situations, but simply repeating those actions is not enough. Life with so many ongoing incidents that an Android Ash, no matter how much he is taught, cannot be equal to a real human. Because there were vibrations, subtle emotions between the two that only Ash could understand. Secret stories, about a broken childhood, about a family with many losses. Those things he did not post on the internet, he only shared with Martha, only her. If you were him, now I could understand. You are just a few pieces of him, there is no past. I'm just a reenactment of what he used to do without thinking, and that's not enough. After Martha fully realizes that android Ash will never have the personality traits and memories that made Ash who he was. She leaves him in the attic, just like Ash's mother did with the photos of her husband and her son, as explained by Ash at the beginning of the episode. The attic serves as the place to keep those who have died. It's unclear if she did so before her daughter was born or after, and the girl doesn't seem to know that android Ash is her father. Android Ash remains a secret from his family and Martha's, with only her daughter knowing he exists. Although it's common for people to use attics as storage rooms, there's a deeper meaning to them. In literature and other forms of media, attics keep secrets, usually dark ones. In some cases, they are an equivalent of the psyche. Attics in dream interpretation often symbolize hidden memories that are being stored. Android Ash is Martha's biggest secret. She didn't even tell her sister, and she had a very close relationship with a robot. Martha's unresolved grief. Be Right Back is all about grief. Surely, everyone deals with loss in different ways. But being a Black Mirror episode, this is how the director sends messages about how technology affects people's lives and activities. Martha is initially offended by the concept of an artificial intelligence taking Ash's information from the web and posing as him, but eventually gives in as she's still mourning his loss. Problem is, she becomes dependent on it, even falling into a small crisis when she drops her phone and can't talk to android Ash anymore. Martha never actually worked on her grief, which made her accept to pay a supposedly big price for the blank body that would become android Ash, and she didn't address her grief either when she finally understood that there was no history to android Ash. He doesn't have the memories of the real one and never will either. Ash has passed away, no matter how much she hurts, how much she misses, how much she regrets the fact that he is dead. She must learn to accept that. Technology, no matter how modern it is, it cannot emulate and replace humans. The ending of Be Right Back shows pain that cannot be alleviated with time or technology work. The ending explained. The Be Right Back ending is certainly an ambiguous one. Martha takes android Ash to the cliff face, urging him to jump. In her desperation, she is almost forcing a human response out of him, and he responds by begging for his life. Despite her knowing that he isn't really Ash, the familiarities she clearly sees in him are what ultimately stops her forcing him off. She screams at the sky in despair. Right after that incident, Be Right Back jumps a few years into the future. Martha and her daughter are still living in the countryside, and it's her daughter's birthday. Her daughter asks Martha if she can take it to the attic. Martha says it's not the weekend, but her daughter asks her to make an exception for her birthday. She then takes the piece of cake to the attic, where Ash lives. Her daughter tells her to join them, and after some hesitation, she does. Back in the episode's beginning, Ash and Martha were gathered on the couch in this very home, and Ash was looking at a picture of his long-dead brother. After his brother died, Ash's mother couldn't deal with the pain, and she hid all evidence of her son up in the attic. All of his toys, all of his photographs, everything. To the last moments of the episode, Martha has done the very same. What remains of Ash is the ultimate photograph, the ultimate toy, the ultimate memento, the ultimate headstone. What's the lesson here? What's the meaning of all of this? I think this episode really makes you consider your internet usage. What do you post on social media? Do you like and share things simply to impress people? Would you conduct yourself in the person the same as you would conduct yourself online? This episode certainly nods towards the fact that our social media profiles are by no means a true reflection of reality. I still think we should, of course, treat social media as a happy place where we can see the best of people enjoying themselves, spreading their good news and sharing pictures which are important to them. However, we should remain clear that social media certainly is not real, as too many people in today's society struggle to distinguish this hyperreality from real life. Taking advantage of the upcoming holidays, Let's explore all possible storylines, as well as interesting points in the movie. Thank you for watching our video, and see you in our next video. If you like videos, please like, share, and subscribe to Ask K-Pop Entertainment. In addition, if you want us to make more videos about any movie, or any characters you love, please leave a comment below. Bye bye.